no, Vegeta! I'm gonna take you down!
Alright everyone, JB here, and we are back with some more Dragon Ball Legends on the channel today. And today, I'm gonna be going over something I would like to say is the ultimate beginner's guide for you guys, because as everyone knows, the 4th anniversary is here. It's been going on for a couple of weeks now, so therefore we're gonna have a lot of new players coming to the game, not knowing what to do or how to do this. And you know, I'm pretty much here to just go over everything to the best of my knowledge that I feel like you all should know what to do. And yeah, so before we get started with what we're going to be going over, I am doing a giveaway once we hit 4,000 subscribers. If we hit it before the end of this month, we're going to be doing a giveaway, and it's going to be about 3 winners for that. So make sure you guys, you know, stay tuned for that. And yeah, we're going to get into the first thing we're going to talk about. Probably the simplest thing that everybody asks: what is Dragon Ball Legends? What kind of game it is? So Dragon Ball Legends is pretty much a gacha game, and that being said, gacha games are pretty much what you would call, they have a certain currency that you use to summon for characters that are in the games. So in this game, Dragon Ball Legends, pretty much what we call it Chrono Crystals. Chrono Crystals is what you use to summon for characters in here, and that'll be right here in the top right where it says 1028 right there for you guys. Those are what your Chrono Crystals would be. There is also another currency called Zenny in the game. You use that for a lot of things. We'll talk about that a little later in the video. But yeah, so that's what you would use for summons. And pretty much we're going into the next thing real quick. I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to make sure that you guys understand what I'm talking about. So next thing I want to talk about real quick, I want to go over we're going to talk about the party formation and, you know, different things.
I suppose it's time we bring an end to all of this.
Thank you for your introduction, Beers. So that being said, pretty much we're here on the party formation, and this is where you make all your teams and everything. You know, this is where the magic happens. So as you can see right here, a lot of my veteran players, you probably know this isn't the best team you can run right here for Doggy, but this is for the purpose of the video. So first thing I want to go over the type advantages and then like the battle styles. That way you beginners know the difference between it. So if you look right here, I have Beerus right here in the leader slot. Beerus is a color blue. So color blue in this game would be red right here, which would be the Goku right there. And then my red guard Goku would be Champa right here, who is yellow. That way you guys don't get confused. So you see right there, he's color yellow. And Champa would beat Vegeta, well not beat, but he has a more, you know, you have a type advantage. So you have a type advantage against purple Vegeta, and then purple Vegeta has a type advantage against green Vegeta right there. And then green Vegeta has a type advantage over Beerus. Basically meaning blue beats red, red beats yellow, purple beats green, and green beats blue. And what I mean by type advantage, what that gives you in the battle, that gives you like more damage output, and you take less damage from the other color that's a type disadvantage. So that can be very, very useful for when you're playing PvP or maybe some challenging events. So keep that in mind right there. And then we'll go over the few battle styles. So since I already have a couple of them in my team right here, so first one we'll go over, it's going to be melee type. So melee type characters are characters that pretty much prioritize and strike base, meaning they do more damage than blast. As you see right here where it says strike attack and blast attack, they do more damage than blast attack. So basically meaning you don't want to, you know, when you're doing a combo going in, you want to hit the strike cards first, get more damage in, you know. Now next thing we're gonna go over, we're gonna look at Champa, I think. Yeah. So range type characters is basically the same thing as strike, just the opposite, meaning you're gonna be doing more damage with the blast attack, you know. Gonna be doing more damage with blast attack over strike. So maybe you want to play these type of characters at a distance, or if you're the combo going, like I said, same thing. You want to hit the blast cards first, get the extra damage, and yeah. So as far as that goes, there is 2 other types I want to look at for you guys real quick, and that is going to be support and defense types. Now these guys right here are also important as well. So let me go right here and give you guys a good example. Let me go ahead, cause I keep forgetting to put in my filter. First thing is first, we look at defense type. Defense type is what it says basically. These are characters that get pretty much defensive buffs. Like their stats are pretty well rounded for defense, and then with their abilities, they also give buffs for defense as well. We're going to talk about that a little bit further down the video as well. So basically these guys are these are your tank units. You want to use these guys when you're about to take a couple of hits, or if somebody pops a rising rush, you want to use these guys to take that hit. These are basically your tank units, just there to take hits mainly. So you might want to build these guys buff, build them pretty buff with their equipment as well. Now support type characters, these are pretty much characters that I would say you can use them for anything. Support characters are mainly there to support your team as well, especially if you're using them in battle. And like I like to say, there's 3 kinds of support type of buffs. You got some that are death buffs, that's what we like to call them. When they die, they give you a significant amount of buffs. And then we have another one called like the sideline or the bench buffs, where, say for example, you have somebody else in and you're taking damage but you're getting buffs. Maybe there's different mechanics works. And then we also have another one I like to call it like switch in buffs, or like while you're in battle buffs. Meaning like maybe if you pop a green card, or you do you take a certain amount of damage, you get a buff for that. It's different, like I said, it's different mechanics for different characters, so you might want to look out for that, guys. But yeah, next thing we're gonna talk about real quick, I'm gonna tell you guys, because like I said, this video is mainly for the beginner people. So in Legends, there is we're gonna talk about the max level and the abilities and everything for like your kit for the characters. So if you see right here, it says level 5000 right there below. That is the max level for every character in this game. It doesn't matter if they're a Sparking or if they're a Stream or Hero. Level 5000 is the max for every single character in this game. So keep that in mind. Another thing is since a lot of players are coming to the game, leader slot is something that's been added as of a couple months ago. But if you're just now starting the game, this leader slot is mainly for, if you look right here, if you're running a certain tag, and mainly you would put somebody that doesn't buff that tag in that leader slot, or you would put somebody that that gives more of a buff, like more of a boost, ability boost for that tag. That's my opinion on it. That's usually what I do, but everybody has their own theme. So next thing I'm going to talk about is kits, different type of cards to make sure that the way you guys don't get confused. So strike cards are always going to look like this. They're going to have the fist on there. Blast cards are always going to have that right there. Looks like a little blast. Now this is what we like to call blue cards. Blue cards are basically what they say. They're super attack cards. So these are your like special move cards. The Bears, as you can see, his is a Kai. So gotta use those kind of careful. You don't want to like just throw those as well. So next thing that's very valuable in this game is green cards. All kind of green cards have different different buffs, different effects that they do for your character, maybe even the team in general in battle. So pretty much you gotta use these green cards you gotta use these careful too, depending on like what character it is that you're using and everything, because some of them can be useful, and then some of them just waste of time. And it's just my tips on that right there. Now another thing I'm going to show you guys real quick, every character has main abilities. Main abilities are basically like pretty much like I would say like your last ditch effort, or if you're taking too much damage. Each one has different kind of effects it gives, and also each one has different it's a different time before you can use that. So don't use your main ability right at the beginning of the battle once it's available, because most of them, like I said, they give health. So they do give health, and it can be very useful for when you need it. Now main thing that you got to look at right here is Z abilities. Z abilities are what makes your team get more and more buffs from themselves, you know. And that meaning, you gotta look at these careful, guys. So if you look right here, it says God Key or Episode Universal Alpha Saga. So basically what that means, guys, if you want to check that, you can always go over here to status. You can look right here, and it says episode right there, and it says God Key right here. And you can also just click on it, and it'll show pretty much all God Key characters that you have, like that you own. And then at the bottom it'll show which ones you don't have. And as you can see, I don't have any of those right there, but I do need them, you know. And another thing to point out before we move on to our next theme, every character for their unique abilities, these are like passives, you know. These are like passives unique to that character only. Every character gets 2 of these. What else? So every character gets 2 of these, and pretty much only characters that would get like an additional, like I think it's 2 or 3 more of these, will be Zenkai characters, and we're going to talk about that as well. Every character gets 2 of these. Make sure you guys read these, because you want to know what your character actually gives, you know, what he does, because every character's passive is not the same. It's all different. They're not going to be the same. So you want to read it, make sure you know what they do to help you out. That way you have an idea of what they can do, how much damage they're putting out, or maybe if they're tanking, you know. Same thing. Now, next thing I want to talk about with you guys before we leave, we're going to leave this screen right here. I want to talk about, while we're on the screen, it will make sense when we go and talk about it. I want to talk about Zenkais. Zenkais are basically like it's basically when they take older characters that were already in the game, like in the earlier years, older characters, and they basically give them like a buff. So what does that mean? What do you need to get a Zenkai? So I'm going to tell you guys right here. Now you see right here, my Vegeta, I have red stars, right? So I'll just show you guys a good example. So for you to meet the minimum Zenkai requirements, you need to get 7 of these yellow stars right here, and then right here where it says Awakening Z Power, you need to get 1,000 of those. Basically meaning you can get those from the events that they hold for them, or the summons. They usually, when they have a new Zenkai, they have summons and like an event. It's called a Battle Gauntlet, and they usually hold those. That way you can get these Z Power for them. And there's also other ways like missions as well, but that is the minimum requirement to get Z Power for the Awakening Z Power. And then another thing I want to also talk about, it's all about regular Z Power. Now how you can get this as well, besides summoning, excuse me. So basically you don't have like a whole separate little area where you can collect Z Power, like basically like Z Power orbs. I like to call them that, and you can use them to apply them on different characters, and you know it's really useful. You know, it's really useful. There's really nothing too hard to know about it. You know, there's different ways we can collect these. There's really not no specific way for you to like farm them. Most of the time you just get them from missions, maybe login bonuses, and you know, maybe from the shop as well. But besides summoning for Z Power, that would be another way that you guys can get that as well.
I suppose it's time we bring an end to all of this.
Alright, so we're gonna hop over to soul boosting. Soul boosting is another way that you guys would besides leveling up your characters to, you know, level 5,000, Soul boosting is basically another way to pretty much get your characters to the max level. You know, like increasing their stats, all that type of stuff. I'll just show you an example right here. Now, also I am going to show you guys where you can go if you don't know where to go to train your characters. There's an event and also like a separate mode for that. So, easiest way for you guys to do this, you would hit unlock all right here. And if you don't know what it is, that's right here at the bottom right. Hit unlock all right here, and then you basically hit soul boosting. Now, if you don't have enough orbs for a certain category, it will show it right here. Like, it wouldn't be 100%, you know, it wouldn't be 100%. It would be like either 0% or it's say like under 100% basically. And you know, easiest way for you to get those as well. I'm going to show you guys that as well. It's the easiest way for you guys to do that is done the so if it doesn't say for example, I can just click on that. If it doesn't have enough for that last slot, you can just count all the way up. That would be 7-star. So you know they'll get 7-star orbs, you know, from the events. And pretty much it's simple, you know. As you can see right here, I'm gonna show you guys right here.
Your skills are skyrocketing.
Yeah, so look, everything is soul boosted right here. Pretty good. It shows that your stats increase, your equipment slots increase. That's very good, you know, that's very good. And it's pretty simple. Now where you would go to train your characters, like I was saying, there's a separate mode for that. So you basically would go here to train your characters. I'd suggest using these gold bells, maybe these silver ones, because they do you the most XP, you know. And you know, we can go and train Zamasu and he gets to level 4000. Now real quick, we're gonna go to hop over here to the event so I can show you guys where to go to train your characters and everything. So right here where it says Super XP Battle, this is where you go to train your characters. So you would go to party formation and throw them guys in a random party and just, you know, train them. Now we need, now say for example we needed red and we need 7-star, right? That'll be this last one right here. You would go and do that one a couple times. Pretty simple, guys. Now I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna try to like explain everything very simple and speed it up a little bit for you guys. So next thing I want to talk about, we're gonna go to summons. Like before I talk about equipment, I want to talk about summons real quick. Because a lot of new players make these mistakes. Now, thing about summons, guys, is like I said, you need 1,000 chrono crystals to do a regular multi summon. Like it says right here, I need 1,000. That gives you 10 characters in a multi summon. But you guys gotta look at this. It's not guaranteed that you're gonna get, you know, the characters that's on this feature list, or a certain amount of, like a certain character basically. You guys are not gonna, it's not guaranteed. It's all based on luck and a certain percentage of you getting that character. Now, I'm gonna be a nice person and I'm gonna tell you guys what I suggest you guys should do, you know, when you first start on here. Now, they also have this right here, right? This summon is basically, all you have to do is log in every day. They give you 40 tickets. 40 tickets to summon, and it goes up to 400 tickets in total. So once that's gone, you can't summon anymore. This is great for new players. In my opinion, it's free summons. You're getting free summons from the login bonus. Just log in, you know. And another one right here, this one right here. Now I know a lot of you players, you know, y'all might not listen to me right now, you know, unless, because a lot of you are going to be free to play when you start off. Some of y'all might spend money, but I know a lot of y'all are going to aim for MUI. But right now, honestly, if you don't have the money or you don't have the time to sit there and grind out chrono crystals, it's not worth. Like, the banner is alright, but it's only 2 new characters. It's not as much hype as we thought. This banner right here gives you 3 Sparkins. Just do 1 summon. 3 Sparkins guaranteed. And that's just already guaranteed with this. You know, you might have a chance to maybe even pull 5, 6. You never know. It's based on luck and chance. Keep that in mind, guys. Like those 2 right there, I suggest. Anything else, I wouldn't mess with. Like this one right here. This one also as well. Basically, you just log in. You know, you log in for 10 days. Every 10 days, you get a Legends Limited. And that's also another thing I want to talk to you guys about real quick while we're right here. Legends limited characters are basically they're characters that get like a special effect on their how should I put it? On, like when you finish the last opponent with their special effect, super attack or special move, they get a special effect. And I can show you guys right here real quick an example. When you finish your last opponent with the LF card, it's gonna give you a special effect right here.
All three of us! Yeah! Kamehameha!
Yep, there you go. So something like that, guys. Now, so I'm gonna change over into another clip because I don't want to make this, this video too long for you guys. But we're gonna go hop on next to the next clip. We're gonna talk about pretty much equipments and what's the different ranks for them as well. So I'll see you guys there. So we are back over here on the. If you don't know where to go, it'll be on the character screen right here in the bottom right there. Now we're gonna hop over here to where it says equipment. I'm gonna take this down step by step, everything you need to know about equipments real quick for you guys. So equipments, first thing I'm gonna talk about, these equipments have different ranks, and I can show you guys right here. So equipments, they rank from F all the way to the highest of Z plus. So meaning Z plus is the highest you can get, and F is the lowest that you can get from whenever you get equipments from events. Now, I'm gonna be straightforward right here with you guys. When you're upgrading equipments, here's another thing you gotta keep in mind. Let's go right here. So actually, let me do this. That way I can show you guys. So this one right here. So you look right here, right here where you see it, it has like a little red slot. Red slots are basically the highest you can get for like an equipment slot when you're upgrading them on this, this page right here. That's the highest you can get. And if you look right here on this one, gold is the second, the second highest you can get, and then green being the lowest, which is the lowest. But in most cases, if you get a red and a gold, or sometimes even if you get two golds, depending on how much the percentage is, it'll upgrade to S. Like on this one right here, I got all gold slots, so that one automatically upgraded to a Z. So, for the newer players, I wouldn't focus on getting Z ranks right off the bat. Start, getting some A ranks and then maybe getting them to S ranks as well. That's what I did. I started doing that, get a few S ranks. Then I started getting a few Z ranks because I'm going to also show you guys what you can do if you want to, But these things right here, these are called slot removers. And what these does, I'm going to hop over here to re-upgrade slot. It means you can re-upgrade a slot. But like I said, guys, it's all on chance. It's not guaranteed that you're going to get another, it's not guaranteed you're going to get like a gold slot or a red slot. It's not guaranteed. And the thing is, these things are actually not easy to come by. Like these right here, guys, you do want to save these because I can show you guys an example real quick. Now, if you want to upgrade, let's say this one has a red, so we're gonna do one that's S because it just makes sense. This one already has a red slot right there. So basically, you want to look, and give you guys a tip. So this one goes to 18%, and then this one goes to 10%. So I'm probably gonna upgrade the second slot first, maybe to get a better chance, So these do cost, look, it costs a lot of zenny, and it costs 10 when you're doing 10 times. But I'm doing one time just to show you guys real quick what it does. So it did go up, but like I said, it's all on chance. It's not guaranteed. It didn't upgrade to a Z because, well, pretty much we only got about a 2% difference. But it does cost a lot of zenny. It costs zenny, souls, and then the slot removers. And then there's also other ways you can also upgrade them. It's called a secure upgrade. But thing is, these things right here, they pretty much cost you 30. And for the sake of the video, I'm gonna show you guys what it does. So when you do a secure upgrade, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna see. Look at that. I don't even have to show you guys. It actually showed it for you. So you're using 30 instead, and you're only getting a 0.45 difference. And it's really not that a lot, you know. It's better to just use the 10 slot removers and then take the chance there, because your chance there is way greater. Now, last thing I want to talk to you guys about before we exit this page, it's called Equipment Awakening. This is something, you know, I'm not gonna say a lot of you guys should get into right away, but this is pretty much, you'll get these things right here. The equipment's right here. The Awakening equipment, you're gonna get these from the shop, and then like the materials like these right here, you also get these from the shop, which is something that we're gonna talk about as the last thing for this video. And pretty much it says it down here what you need. You need 2 B ranks, they have to be gold or above, and then you need 1 copy of the same equipment pretty much. So all it has to be is A rank or above. Pretty simple. Not that hard to get A ranks in this game, but like I said, it's like the S and the Z ranks. Those are like the harder things to get. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about, before we hop to the shop, we're gonna talk about adventures, which are pretty something that's really simple to explain in this game. Now, adventures are something, depending on what adventure you get, they can be used for a lot of things. Like this, you get these rewards right here to use in the shop that we have in the exchange shop. And like this one, shows you like the rewards pretty much. Simplest thing for you guys to do is just hit auto adventure. It's what I do, and it'll put pretty much the best ones or the quickest ones first, and then it'll do like these right here, the $23 and the $7. Put those last. Now we're gonna hop over to the exchange shop just to show you guys. The exchange shop is where you can get a lot of rewards for different things. So you want to make sure that you utilize like the events and everything, especially like the 4th anniversary events. Also, speaking of the, you know, the adventures, this is where, you know, when you do your adventures, you keep collecting more of these as well. But also, I'm going to show you guys where you can get your, as I was saying, for Equipment Awakening, I wouldn't do that right off the gate. This is where you get like the Awakening equipment, and then like the materials, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. And this is where you get the materials for each one. And then this event right here, I wouldn't suggest doing it. It's not for beginners. There is a light mode to this event. They might add it during that 4th anniversary. So y'all ever see one that say Space Time Rush Light, do that one, because that one is definitely easier. And you know, that's what I think, you know. But pretty much everything else, you know, there's so much stuff you can collect in. I don't want to sit here and like just explain this on and on and on about each thing that's on here, because that'll be, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a 40-50 minute video, man. But yeah, the shop is where you get a lot of things. So pretty much where you get a lot of these, you can always just hit the icon right there for information, and then it'll just load it up for you, and it'll show you like the information about it and pretty much where you can get it from. So it tells you the event right here you can get it from. But be careful, because some of these events, guys, are not easy and they're not for beginner level. So I would, you know, steer away from some of the events. But yeah, seems about everything that I had to go over. Actually, no, let's go ahead and include missions as well, because you guys know, you gotta know about these right here. So it's almost the end of the video without telling you guys about missions. Missions are basically where you get a lot of other rewards as well. You know, just complete the missions, get rewards. Now this right here, what I'm looking at, this is the daily missions, and these, once you complete all of those, they go to the daily stamp right here. When you do this for 14 days, you get 1,000 in total, 1,000 chrono crystals, which is very good. And then there's also the battle plan. Battle plans are another way for you to get more chrono crystals. Now if you look at it, this side right here is a premium. it's about $8, you know. So for the ones that are free to play, I wouldn't do that. But if you don't mind spending a little money on the game, this is $8. So on this side, with a free one, you would be getting 500, and then on this side, you would be getting, it's an additional like 1,500, I think. So it's about 2,000 promo coasters in total, which is very, very good. And it resets every 2 weeks. So every month, if you want to spend money on the premium, it's 4,000 CC right there. Well, CC is what we call Chronicles for short, if you didn't know. But CC, it'd be 4,000 a month just from this, if you're not spending it, you know. But like I said, there's also event missions. Like I said, these are like missions for like the events that are going on the event page. And special missions are pretty much discussion missions, you know. You just pay attention to what the mission is for, what event is for, and make sure you read like the mission carefully. Like if it says complete 5 challenges, I mean you have to complete the challenges that are in the battle. Or you can just hit challenge and it'll take you right there to it. Pretty simple. There you go. But yeah, it's pretty much it for this video, guys. Like I said, this video is gonna be pretty lengthy, you know. I recently just got back into Legends. It's been a couple days for me, but I wanted to make this video for you guys because I know there's a lot of new players coming to 4th anniversary, and there's not a lot of creators making videos on this. It's more about they're making videos on, you know, the 4th anniversary itself, because it's pretty mid right now. It's pretty mid. Made this far into the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As always, it's your boy JB. I'm out.